No! Stop!
Xiao Lie, this military power, will you surrender it? Or not?
I surrender it?
Your Majesty, this object is truly exquisite. I want it as well.
This is the military tally that commands 100,000 troops. How can I give it to you so easily?
Your Majesty.
Fine, fine. I simply cannot refuse you. Now, remember, you must keep it safe for me. Do not lose it.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Hand over the commander's seal as well. You may leave.
Wait. Your Majesty, General Shiao has repeatedly ignored 17 of your gold medallion edicts. If we merely take back his military power and seal, this punishment would be far too lenient.
In the Chancellor's view, what is your counsel?
General Shiao has grown arrogant with favor in recent years and has shown no respect to you, Your Majesty. He has no respect for your authority. I believe General Xiao should be imprisoned in Dali Temple to reflect on his actions.
But he has, after all, rendered great service to Qian, and he is my fiancé. To do so, I fear it is inappropriate.
It is precisely because of this that a minor punishment is needed as a stern warning. Let it temper his stubborn nature, so that after you are wed, it will prevent him from causing you any further trouble.
Guards, seize his Fangqian halberd, strip him of his Zhuyuan armor, put him in shackles and chains, and take him to Dali Temple for trial.
As you command.
Xiao Lie, how dare you defy the Imperial decree? Your Majesty, look at him.
Prince Regent, do you intend to rebel?
I would not dare. By the grace of heaven, the Emperor decrees, Xiao Lie, the Prince Regent equal to the Emperor, is vainglorious and seeks only fame, disregarding the lives of the people. His frequent pursuit of war has drained the national treasury and incited public resentment. Xiao Lie is hereby stripped of his title as the Prince Regent. He is to be sent to Dali Temple for interrogation and punishment as a warning to all by Imperial command.
Liar, you are the descendant of a family of generals. The Xiao family has enjoyed imperial favor for generations. The late emperor even betrothed his only daughter to you. The grand preceptor named you Xiao Lie, and the late emperor's daughter Yunshang. This was so that you would always remember the catastrophe of the torn road. Bei Xiao has long coveted our Qian Empire. Our great Qian must never again suffer the broken mountains and rivers and the humiliation of a sovereign's torn robes. I hope you will lead your generals to conquer Bei Xiao and reclaim our lost territories. For the sake of Qian, expand our borders. Keep this in heart.
Lear, I shall heed your teachings, mother.
Xiao Lie, I will give you one last chance. If you are willing to submit to Bei Xiao, I will grant you all of Qian's lands. As your own fiefdoms, I will let you be the king of Qian.
Report. General, Her Majesty has issued 18 golden medals in a single day, ordering you to immediately withdraw and return to court. Impossible.
Brother Xiao Lie, I only regret that I was born a woman, and cannot join you on the battlefield to slay the enemy. I will be waiting for you.
I, your servant, shall not fail your trust, Your Majesty. The day I crush the Bei Xiao court and reclaim the Central Plains, I shall offer the enemy chieftain's head as a betrothal gift, to marry you. March.
Brother Xiao Lie, you must return home safe and victorious.
Impossible. To reclaim the 13 prefectures of Yansai and recapture Liang City. It is our Qian's destiny. For over a century, It has been the lifelong ambition of many. Now that the 13 states have been reclaimed, and the imperial capital, Liang City, is within reach, how could she possibly order me to withdraw? Yangcheng. Do you realize that inciting unrest on the battlefield is a capital offense? What I have just said is the absolute truth. If there is any deception, I will gladly accept my death. The Imperial Decree. General, the Empress, has issued a decree. The elder Madame Xiao is under house arrest, and those who supported your northern expedition, the 6th Prince, Minister Zhang, and Grand Scholar Liu, have all been stripped of their posts and arrested. She warned that if you take even one more step forward today and refuse to withdraw, every one of them will be executed immediately. General,
Fate is on my side. Ha ha ha. Xiao Lie, your dream of the northern expedition is over.
pass the order. Withdraw. The army.
My thanks, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, General Shiao is outside seeking an audience. Let him in.
Your servant pays respects to Your Majesty.
Guards. Drag him out into heaven. Guards. Drag him out and behead him.
Your Majesty, I beg you, Your Majesty, you must not. For all these years, General Xiao conquered Nanting and swept across Xiliang, eliminating for Your Majesty several great foreign threats. And years ago, though wounded by 9 blades, he still led the Xiao army to defend the Imperial tombs to the death. It was he who ensured the throne remained secure. Have you forgotten it all? And that time at Kuifeng Valley? Your Majesty.
Who gave you the right to speak here?
Wait.
What? Her Majesty has given an order. Do you intend to openly defy the Imperial decree?
Xiao Lie does not fear death. I only ask Your Majesty to give me a reason for my execution.
A reason? I issued no less than 18 edicts, just to barely manage to recall you. In other words, you have defied me 17 times. Does that suffice as a reason?
Your Majesty, I never received the first 17 gold medal orders. Besides, the tide of battle shifts in an instant. A general in the field may decline the sovereign's command. At that time, my Xiao army was about to storm the capital of Liang. Yelu Hongkai's head was within my reach. The reclamation of the 13 Yanyan passes was at hand. The restoration of our Great Qian was imminent. Yet Your Majesty ordered me to withdraw.
Are you blaming me?
I dare not.
I dare not. You brainless brute. You are only obsessed with the tactical gains of a single city. Furthermore, Lord Qi has warned me that the Northern Xiao are a nomadic race, born warriors, fierce and skilled. Even if you beat them back now, it won't be long before they rise again like smoldering embers. With old grudges and new animosity, by then, when their iron hooves trample our mountains, how many of my subjects will die under their blades? Are you blind to all of this?
To weed out the threat, one must pull the roots. This is a lesson learned from over a decade of experience on the battlefield. Your Majesty, I beg you to see the truth.
Absurd. I see that you only care about your own personal gains and losses. Do you intend for all the people of Daqian to be buried with you? Xiao Lie, in light of your past, meritorious service, as long as you surrender your military power, I shall spare your life.
Your Majesty, does Your Majesty suspect Xiao Lie of harboring intentions of rebellion?
This is a groundless accusation.
What did you say?
Groundless? All these years, every single thing you have ever done was acting in the name of the heavens. Today, the world only knows of Xiao Lie, yet none know of me, Yunshang. I am certain that one day in the future, your Xiao army will take the dragon robe off my back and drape it over yours. Xiao Lie, hand over your command.
Your Majesty, Prince Rong and other ministers seek an audience.
Your Majesty, Xiao Lie has achieved great military feats and rendered distinguished service to Daqian. I beg your Majesty to show mercy and not be blinded by the words of villains.
May your Majesty see the truth clearly.
So, you have come to intercede for this criminal official. Prince Rong, it seems to me that the one whose mind is clouded is actually you. Deng Hanlin, you were once my teacher. Do you also believe I am in the wrong?
As a ruler, one should trust the virtuous and shun the corrupt. I pray that your Majesty does not commit such an absurdity that grieves your allies and gladdens your enemies.
I never expected that in this vast imperial court there would be so many supporters of Xiao Lie. Very well. As for the crimes of the Prince Regent, I, the Empress, shall surely punish them today.
Your Majesty, do you truly intend to punish Xiao Lie? He must be punished. Then I, your old servant, I shall offer my counsel, even at the cost of my life. I beg your Majesty not to become the monarch who loses the nation.
No, Your Highness. No. Fourth Prince. Fourth Prince. Fourth Prince. Your Highness?
All of you, shut up. You think you can threaten me with death? I will not fall for that. Deng Hanlin, do you also wish to remonstrate with your life?
What a path of folly. How utterly foolish. The rivers and mountains of our Great Qian will be destroyed by your hands, you foolish ruler.
Insolence.
Guards, behead this old fool as well.
No! Stop!
Xiao Lie, this military power, will you surrender it? Or not?
I surrender it?
Your Majesty, this object is truly exquisite. I want it as well.
This is the military tally that commands 100,000 troops. How can I give it to you so easily?
Your Majesty.
Fine, fine. I simply cannot refuse you. Now, remember, you must keep it safe from me. Do not lose it.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Hand over the commander's seal as well. You may leave.
Wait. Your Majesty, General Shiao has repeatedly ignored 17 of your gold medallion edicts. If we merely take back his military power and seal, this punishment would be far too lenient.
In the Chancellor's view, what is your counsel?
General Shiao has grown arrogant with favor in recent years and has shown no respect to you, Your Majesty. He has no respect for your authority. I believe General Xiao should be imprisoned in Dali Temple to reflect on his actions.
But he has, after all, rendered great service to Daqian, and he is my fiancé. To do so, I fear it is inappropriate.
It is precisely because of this that a minor punishment is needed as a stern warning. Let it temper his stubborn nature, so that after you are wed, it will prevent him from causing you any further trouble.
Guards, seize his Fangqian halberd, strip him of his Zhuyuan armor, put him in shackles and chains, and take him to Dali Temple for trial.
As you command.
Xiao Lie, how dare you defy the Imperial decree? Your Majesty, look at him.
Prince Regent, do you intend to rebel?
I would not dare. By the grace of heaven, the Emperor decrees, Xiao Lie, the Prince Regent equal to the Emperor, is vainglorious and seeks only fame, disregarding the lives of the people. His frequent pursuit of war has drained the national treasury and incited public resentment. Xiao Lie is hereby stripped of his title as the Prince Regent. He is to be sent to Dali Temple for interrogation and punishment as a warning to all by Imperial command.
Brother Xiao Lie, look! What do you think? Now that I'm wearing this dragon robe, do I look grand?
You look beautiful, Your Highness. Your Majesty looks magnificent in anything.
Today, I shall issue my first Imperial decree as Empress. Brother Xiao Lie, receive the decree. This, Brother Xiao Lie, you may remain seated to listen. Between the two of us, there is no need for such tedious formalities. Come, take a seat. From this day forward, Xiao Lie is enfeoffed as the one-word peerless king, and appointed as the Generalissimo of the Imperial armies. He shall share the glory of the state forever. Brother Xiao Lie may carry any weapon into the Imperial presence. None shall dare to hinder him. From this day forth, in all of Daqian, there shall be no blade to strike King Xiao, no shackles to bind King Xiao, and certainly no prison to hold King Xiao. By Imperial decree.
Your servant accepts the decree with gratitude.
Brother Xiao Lie, I hope you will reflect on your actions and understand my painstaking intentions. From this day forth, throughout all of Daqian, there is no blade to execute King Xiao, no shackles to bind King Xiao, and above all, no prison to confine King Xiao.
The one-word peerless king, who at 18 achieved the glory of Finglang Jushu. Countless people of Daqian hailed you as General Shiao, the incarnation of the Ziwei star. To think you would fall into such a miserable state. How tragic. How lamentable. Our current Empress listens only to my words. Just a moment ago, she drafted an Imperial decree deciding to surrender to Bisha and pay tribute as a vassal. Furthermore, she will return all territories, including the 13 passes of Yansai, to the enemy. All the sacrifices you've made over the years, everything you did, has all come to naught in the end.
Why?
For the sake of Daqian, of course. All the blood you and the Xiao army spilled, how much slaughter did you commit? Are you not aware of your own sins? Only by doing our utmost to avoid the chaos of war can we achieve a true era of peace and prosperity.
Avoid the war. To avoid war? Do you have any idea? If you yield an inch, those barbarians will take a mile. The day they invade Great Qian and breach our cities, what will become of the people?
What do I care? Forget the people of a few cities, even if it were 100,000, or even millions. In my eyes, they are not worth mentioning. In the current state of war, our duty is to protect the royal family and save ourselves. Do you understand?
You deserve 10,000 deaths.
Stop! Xiao Lie, how dare you? Xiao Lie, how dare you?
Yunshang,
Silence. You are not worthy to utter my name. I came here in person, out of regard for our past bond. I thought if you simply repented and admitted your guilt, I would let this matter go. But what about you? You remain incorrigible, even daring to assault the Chancellor. Chancellor Qi, are you all right?
Your Majesty, I am fine. Perhaps I just said the wrong thing, and displeased General Shiao. That is why. Your Majesty, please do not blame him.
Chancellor Qi, don't frighten me. Physician, summon the Imperial physician. Where is he? Chancellor Qi. How is the Chancellor?
In response to your Majesty, the kick General Shiao just delivered was truly devastating in its force. After all, the Chancellor is but a scholar. How could he possibly withstand it? His internal organs have been ruptured, and the damage is quite severe.
Then what must be done? To save him?
This?
Speak.
Your Majesty, Pray, hear me out. As things stand now, I fear, our only option is the method of blood sustenance. To put it simply, we must take blood from another person and transfuse it into the Prime Minister to save his life.
That is easily done. Guards, bring me several death row inmates.
Wait, stay your hand. Your Majesty may not be aware, but for this specific method, the requirements for the blood are extremely strict. It is not as if any ordinary person's blood will suffice for this purpose. The priority now is to immediately find someone born in the year of Wu-Wu, the month of Wu-Wu, the day of Wu-Wu, and the hour of Wu-Wu. A person thus born, for only their blood, can preserve the Prime Minister's life.
He told me once before that he was born in the year of Wu-Wu, the month of Wu-Wu, and the hour of Wu-Wu. Use his blood.
As you command.
Your Majesty, Your Majesty, you cannot. General Xiao has served the country with great merit. You should not be subjected to such humiliation. If Your Majesty does this, I fear it will break the hearts of all the people.
It seems that I have spoiled you far too much. Guards, take this lowly servant and drag her out to be beaten to death.
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty. Your Majesty. Your Majesty. Wait. Your Majesty? Please do not punish little Belle. Xiao Lie's blood is yours to take as you wish. Sheng-er.
Brother Xiao Lie, what brings you here? Brother Xiao Lie, guess what Shenger has brought for you? With this token, from now on, you may come at any time. You've come to the palace to find me.
Good.
You're injured. Someone, summon the Imperial physician. Summon the physician immediately.
Sheng-er, it is nothing.
No, on the battlefield, I may have no say over you, but now, we are within the walls of Shengjing. I cannot bear to watch you bleed.
As you wish. This is
a peace talisman that I sought from the Grand Master. Brother Xiao Lie, I hope that for the rest of your life, you will always be safe and prosperous. Why are you hesitating? Continue the bloodletting.
Your Majesty, we cannot take any more. If we continue like this, Brother Xiao, General Shiao will lose his life.
Indeed, 8 bowls of blood have already been taken. It is more than enough.
He is but a coarse and sturdy soldier. What does a little bloodletting matter? Xiao Lie, in consideration of your past achievements, I hereby pardon you from imprisonment. After this experience, I trust you have realized the gravity of your mistakes. Once you return, you must behave yourself. Do not provoke my anger again. Enough. Send him back.
As you command.
Physician Zhao, what is the next step?
Now that the blood has been gathered, just leave the rest to your humble servant.
He's awake. He's awake. General. General. You. Why are you all here? The border cannot be left without a commander for even a day. If you are all here, the Northern Owl barbarians will exploit this opening to invade. You. Can you bear the responsibility for such a disaster? General, ever since that scoundrel Qian, after seizing military power, he began to target our Shao army with a large-scale purge. He has placed all his cronies into high-ranking positions. We have all been stripped of our posts.
General, for so many years, you led us, the Shao army, to fight rebels and slay enemies. To end up in such a state now, the brothers feel this is a travesty for you.
Just a few days ago, you led us all the way to the gates of the former imperial capital, Liangcheng. The head of the Northern Owl King, Yelu Hongkai, was right within our reach. But that so-called empress believed the slander of that treacherous minister and issued 18 gold medal edicts ordering your retreat. We intercepted 17 of them, missing only the very last one. If not for that, the entire Central Plains would have been reclaimed long ago. The century-long ambition of generations of Dagon people has now been completely ruined. The brothers are filled with resentment.
Now the Empress acts perversely, publicly declaring vassalage to the Northern Owl. If we do not make a decision now, we will all be meat on the chopping block. General, for the sake of all people under heaven, please make your decision soon.
General, please make your decisions soon. General, you all? Do you want me to commit treason? Your subordinates wouldn't dare. My Xiao family is a lineage of loyal martyrs. We have never harbored thoughts of rebellion. Such words, never speak of them again. All of you dismissed. General, step back.
Come, take it slow.
Your Majesty, your waist is so supple.
Only you have such a sweet tongue. Mind the step.
Your Majesty, your waist is so supple.
You always have a silver tongue. You're awake. Will you ever stop? Lord Shi took a heavy kick from you. He was almost at death's door. I am looking after him for your sake, to atone for your sins. And yet, you are still displeased?
Thank you, Your Majesty.
It was merely a few bowls of blood. To think it would make you so petty and jealous. Lord Shi was right after all. In your current state, you are indeed no longer fit to lead the army. Furthermore, when Lord Shi first arrived in the capital, he had no place to stay. It just so happened that Prince Xiao's manor was vacant, so I had to move in.
Now that the general has returned, it is time for me to make way for him.
There is no need for such trouble. General Xiao, I have already ordered a new manor to be built for you. Since you are all alone now, you may move in directly. Oh, right. After our wedding, your mother, Lady Xiao, will also be settled there.
What about my Xiao families? Where will the ancestral hall be placed? My ancestors' spirit tablets? How will they be settled?
General Shiao, I am truly sorry. It's all because those blind servants mistook your father's and ancestors' spirit tablets for firewood and chopped them up.
You.
Xiao Lie. Lord Shi already said it was an accident by the servants. Xiao Lie, a son's feelings are his father's burden. Your father is already dead, but Lady Xiao is still alive. If you dare to be disrespectful to Lord Shi again, Xiao Lie, do you doubt my resolve? To have your mother suffer for your transgressions? That is not what I meant. Are they not just a few wooden tablets? Is there any need for such a commotion? I shall have someone fashion new ones out of gold, and then build you an ancestral hall grander than before. Would that not suffice? Shall I? My patience has its limits. Retain what little dignity you have left. Cease this petulance at once.
Let it be, Your Majesty. General Shiao has campaigned abroad for years. It is only natural he has a bit of a temper. I have already forgiven him.
Hear this. If you dare disrespect Lord Shi again, do not blame me for showing no mercy.
Ancestors of the Xiao lineage, I, Xiao Lie, am incompetent. Even your final place of rest has been desecrated by others. Father, once you told me to serve Yunshang faithfully, but now I am truly weary. I am so tired.
Xiao Lie! Why are you burning every gift I have ever bestowed upon you? Xiao Lie, are you still harboring resentment toward me? Why must you act like a stubborn child? I toil over state affairs day and night. Instead of showing any understanding, you stand here, throwing a childish tantrum. Very well, even if, a few days ago, I was a bit too harsh, and failed to consider your feelings. Now, I offer you my apology. Is that enough?
Whether thunder or dew, all are the Emperor's grace. I would never dare demand an apology from your Majesty. I only beg of you to let me see my mother once more.
That can be arranged. I grant your request. Lady Xiao is currently at the Dali Temple. Don't misunderstand me. I had already intended to have her settled within the palace, but you repeatedly ignored my dozen or more gold medal edicts. I acted out of a moment of anger. That's why.
Your Majesty, you treat General Shiao so harshly. Aren't you afraid of breaking his spirit?
Shut up. Xiao Lingdang, you and Xiao Lie were both my childhood playmates. We grew up together. You should know his temper as well. As they say, what is too rigid is easily broken. In short, once these trials temper his character, I will let him regain the commander's seal. When that time comes, I will personally welcome him into the palace. He will understand my painstaking intentions.
Mother.
How could she have died? How cursed.
Mother. Mother.
Drag her away.
Stop. Madam?
Xiao Lie, let me explain.
I'll have your life.
Listen to me. Kill him. Kill him.
Stop. Xiao Lie, daring to kill the Prime Minister. Outside the Dali Temple, are you trying to rebel?
If you want to kill Lord Qi,
I will kill you first.
Yunshang, do you have any idea that my mother...
Enough. Lady Xiao was sent to the Dali Temple by my own personal order. It has nothing to do with Lord Qi. If you want to kill him, kill me first.
Fine, fine, fine.
I came here today, intending to escort Lady Xiao back to the new prince's mansion. I have been tolerant enough with you. Why must you keep pushing me? It seems Lady Xiao will still have to. She must be kept in custody for a few more days. How are you feeling, Lord Qi? Does it hurt?
Report. Your Majesty, Xiao, Lady Xiao, she.
Her Majesty said she is to be detained for a while.
Lady Xiao Shi.
Her Majesty said she must stay in prison for some more time. Do you understand?
I understand. Mother, I have never forgotten the calamity of the torn garment, nor will I ever forget our national hatred. But to continue serving the Empress, and to go through with the marriage, I'm afraid your son can no longer do it. I beg for your forgiveness, Mother.
Xiao Li, I've been looking for you everywhere, and here you are, in the mood to bask in the sun. Don't you know? Lord Qi was terrified by you. Now he won't even accompany me on my outings. He's terrified of running into a madman like you. Alright. Thinking about it. You've been back for 4 or 5 days. I gave you my word that once you returned, I would marry you. Once your injuries are fully healed, I will naturally fulfill my promise.
Your Majesty, I have a memorial to submit. This is bad. Your Majesty, Chancellor Qi has fallen off his horse.
What? Quickly, take me to him.
Your Majesty.
Your memorial is approved. Consider it compensation for my neglect of you lately. Hurry, let's go! Oh, my dear Lord Qi.
Duty to the nation, and romantic entanglements, the shackles that have bound Xiao Lie for over 20 years, can finally be cast aside. Your Majesty, disaster has struck. Northern Xiao, the Northern Xiao army has invaded again.
What did you say?
King Yelu Hongkai of the Northern Owl is leading his army in person. Overnight, he has seized Hulao Pass and Yumen Pass. Now, they are marching straight for the capital.
This is an outrage. They have gone too far. I have already returned the 13 passes of Yansai entirely to them, and even declared vassalage and paid tribute. Even after all that, are they still not satisfied? Who among you is willing to take command and suppress these rebels for me? Have you all gone mute?
This minister is willing to take command and march out to slay the enemy.
Good. At this critical hour, it is Lord Qi who can be relied upon. Attendants, draft an edict. Qian is hereby appointed as the Grand Marshal of the Armed Forces to command the entire army.
I, your servant, will not fail your Majesty's great expectations. Internal. I have the Xiao family army in my hands anyway. Since that Xiao Lie could strike the Northern Owl's headquarters, why can't I?
Let me in. Let me in at once.
Who is shouting outside the hall? Where are your manners?
Reporting to your Majesty, the man is Xiao Lie's former Vanguard, Yang Cheng. He is here to plead for Xiao Lie. For the past few days, he has been waiting outside the palace.
Summon him in.
Yes, Majesty. Summon Yang Cheng for an audience.
Your Majesty, General Shiao is innocent. He should not be treated this way. I beg your Majesty to discern the truth.
Whatever I choose to do, I do not need a common soldier like you to lecture me.
Your Majesty.
Enough! You think you can plead for him with mere words. You are utterly ridiculous. However, if you can follow Lord Qi on the northern expedition to crush the rebels and restore order to the land, I might show him some mercy.
Well, Vanguard Yang, do you refuse?
After years of waiting and biding his time, Qi An finally achieved his ambition. Replacing Xiao Lie, he became, in the history of Daqian, the first official to serve as both Prime Minister and Grand Marshal of the Armed Forces. Second only to the Empress, above all others. At the same time, he began his campaign to suppress the Northern Xiao and reclaim the lost territories. Little did he expect that, in the very first battle, Qian, outside Panlong Pass, would lose nearly 20,000 troops. With the commander's banner captured, he returned in ignominious defeat.
Yang Cheng, are you not playing me? Everyone says the Xiao army is peerless in valor, and each man can take on 10. But look at you now. You couldn't even protect the commander's banner. What use do I have for you?
If you hadn't underestimated the enemy and rushed in, this would never have happened.
So you're blaming me? Yang Cheng, what did you promise? Her Majesty before we left? If you can't fix this mess, Xiao Lie is a dead man. Not convinced, are you? Fine. I will give you one more chance to prove yourself. In 2 days, take Panlong Pass. If you fail, bring me your head.
2 days? Do you have any idea how Panlong Pass is nearly impregnable? Forget 2 days, even in half a month.
Too perilous, is it? If you can't do it, I shall report this to Her Majesty at once. That Xiao Lie's inner circle bears a grudge against Her Majesty and has defied military orders. I will urge Her Majesty to execute Xiao Lie first.
Very well. Within 2 days.
1 day. Within a single day. If you fail to seize Panlong Pass, you, Yang Cheng, shall present your head to me And as for your Xiao family army, every last one of them shall be put to death.
Brother, that man is insane. He knows nothing of warfare. To break through Panlong Pass in one day? Who could possibly achieve that?
Now, only by reclaiming our lost land as quickly as possible can we hold Her Majesty to her word and save the general. In this moment, battle is our only choice. Generals of the Xiao family army, here, follow me and break their gates.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
General, the insatiable Beishao army, has invaded the Daqian border once more. Qian has been appointed commander to quell the unrest. To plead for mercy on your behalf. To the Empress, Yangcheng volunteered to be Qian's vanguard. He promised to conquer Panlong Pass within a single day. That Yangcheng, this is absolute recklessness. Qian is a man of wolfish ambition, who regards human life as nothing. I hope Yangcheng follows the instructions in my letter, and doesn't rush blindly into battle for my sake.
Yangcheng, instead of being at the front to break the enemy, why have you returned to camp? What is the meaning of this? Are you rebelling?
Panlong Pass has fallen, and here is the head of Xiao Lie.
The men serving under Xiao Lie truly live up to the reputation of a tiger and wolf army. But the more formidable you are, the harder it is for me to fall asleep. If the Xiao army cannot be brought under my control, they will surely become a grave threat in the future. Vanguard Yang is truly formidable. In less than half a day, he has reclaimed Panlong Pass. He even took Xiao Lie's severed head. Men, present a seat for Vanguard Yang.
Now is not the time for drinking. While the enemy is routed, Marshal Qi should press the advantage and recapture Yelin Pass.
How I command my troops is not for you to dictate. Since Vanguard Yang is in such a hurry, then we shall do as you suggest. I order you to lead the Xiao army, to recapture Yelin Pass immediately.
The Xiao army has just finished a grueling battle. The men and horses are exhausted. They are in no condition to move. Why doesn't Marshal Qi deploy other forces instead?
I shall say it once more. How I deploy my forces requires no instruction from you. Yangcheng, do you intend to defy a military order again? If so, your General Shiao might just...
This subordinate dares not.
Then do exactly as I say. Yangcheng, if I don't make you suffer a little, you'll never learn that on this battlefield, I am the one who truly calls the shots.
Brother, a letter from General Shiao.
What does the general say?
He warns us not to underestimate the enemy or advance recklessly. Brother, you really should listen to General Shiao. I am well aware of that, but a military order is absolute. If I defy it now, that treacherous minister will surely use it against us. When the time comes, saving the general would become an impossible dream. I fear it would also bring ruin upon the Xiao army. Open the city gates.
Huh. Well, if it isn't Vanguard Yang, Vanguard Yang is truly formidable. In just a single day, you have actually recaptured the fallen Panlong Pass and Yelin Pass. Vanguard Yang, you are truly unrivaled in bravery.
Open the city gates at once. Let us enter first.
It is not that I refuse to open them. It's just that you, Vanguard Yang, once said that when the enemy is routed, one should strike while the iron is hot. Therefore, I order you to lead the Xiao family army to depart immediately and take Yangmen Pass.
You treacherous chancellor, are you toying with us? In a single day, Vanguard Yang led us to break through 2 passes. Not a single soul has had a drop of water. And now, you won't even give us time to catch our breath? Do you have any humanity left?
Where did this lowlife come from? Who gave you the right to speak?
You treacherous.
Guotong!
Vanguard Yang. Let's play a game. The rules are simple. Either you, or the Xiao family army you lead. Only one can enter the city. As for which side, that is for you to decide. I refuse to believe that among Xiao Lie's subordinates, there isn't a single soul who fears death.
Guotong, take the brothers and enter the city first.
We will not live in dishonor. We are willing to live or die with Vanguard Yang.
My child, let us leave quickly. Over the past few days, the Northern Owl Army has crushed 13 cities with unstoppable force. They are at our very gates now. If we don't leave now, it will be too late.
Excuse me, old gentleman. You just said the Northern Owl Army took 13 cities? How is that possible? The Xiao Army is still guarding the borders.
Qian ordered Vanguard Yang and the Xiao Army to fight for days on end, without a single moment's rest, until their strength was utterly exhausted and they fell beneath the blades of the Northern Owl. Not even their remains were left behind.
I heard those Northern Owl soldiers intend to strip the Empress of her robe in front of all the city's people and parade her through the streets. They seek to replicate the Saint Emperor's shame of the tearing clothes.
When I was young, I witnessed the Saint Emperor endure the tearing clothes. Who knew that in my final days, I would have to face this humiliating scene once again? Look there. All these people on the road, dressed in funeral, white and mourning weeds, they are all here to mourn the fallen Vanguard Yang and the tens of thousands of Xiao Army soldiers. I hope that in their next life, they will never again serve such a faint-hearted and foolish monarch.
I pacified Zhiliang and swept across the southern wastes. I fought for this nation without a single regret. I, Xiao Lie, have failed you all. Is this truly the fate of those who defend their country? Heaven is my witness. Yunshang, you have betrayed the blood-soaked Xiao army? You are not worthy of owning such an army. In Dagon, from this day forth, there shall be no more Xiao Lie.
Look at what you have done. 3 days. In a mere 3 days, 10 of our cities have fallen. You led 100,000 troops to face an enemy of only 10,000, and yet you were utterly routed. Chancellor Qi, how do you answer for this crime?
Your Majesty, this cannot be blamed entirely on me. My tactical maneuvers were absolutely flawless. It was the Xiao family army. The Xiao family army deliberately sabotaged me. They refused to follow my tactical orders, which is why things ended in such a disaster.
The Xiao family army. No. Wait. Where is Xiao Lie? Command him to deploy the troops. Victory will then be certain. Issue my Imperial decree. Summon Xiao Lie to the palace to reclaim the commander's field. As long as he can overcome this crisis, all past grievances, I shall let bygones be bygones.
As you command.
Go now.
Your Majesty. Your Majesty.
Xiao Lie, I knew you would come.
Your Majesty.
Where is Xiao Lie? Why is it you instead?
Your Majesty, Xiao Lie has clearly grown arrogant from your favor. He has total disregard for your commands.
Silence. No matter. Since he refuses to come, I shall go and invite him myself. Consider it a gesture to save his pride.
That's not it, Your Majesty. The day before yesterday, General Xiao already departed from the capital.
Your Majesty.
What in the world is going on?
Your Majesty, I beg to report. A few days ago, the memorial General Shiao presented to you was his petition to resign and return home, and you granted it yourself.
Utter nonsense! When did I ever approve? Xiao Lie's departure for his hometown? How dare you! How dare you deceive your sovereign?
Your servant would never dare. Everything I have just said is the absolute truth. This is General Xiao's formal petition of resignation. Please, see for yourself, Your Majesty.
Impossible. This cannot be. Soon, it will be on our wedding day. He couldn't have just left me and walked away like this. Besides, I never even looked at the memorial he submitted. How could I have granted it? Could it be? Was it that day?
Your Majesty, I have a memorial to submit. This is bad. Your Majesty, Chancellor Qi has fallen from his horse.
What? Quickly, take me there.
Your Majesty.
Your memorial is granted. Consider it compensation for my recent neglect of you. No, it can't be. It's impossible. Xiao Lie loves me so much. There is no way he would leave the capital alone. I understand now. He must still be angry with me, so he's hiding on purpose. Because he doesn't want to see me, right?
Your Majesty, I told you long ago, men like Xiao Lie become arrogant from favor. You came here to find him in person, yet he still dares to hide from you. He is truly courting death.
Pass down my decree. Search the entire city for Xiao Lie. Even if you have to dig 3 feet deep, you must find his hiding place.
As you command.
The enemy is at our gates, and you're still playing these games? You are determined to humiliate me. You want me to bow to you, don't you? Just wait until I find you. I'll show you what happens when you defy me.
Your Majesty.
Well, any news of Xiao Lie yet?
Not yet. Your servant wishes to remind you, it's time for your meal.
Take it away. I have no appetite.
But General Xiao has been gone for 2 days, and you haven't eaten a thing during that time. If this continues, your health will surely fail.
Has it already been 2 days? No, it's no use. I must find Xiao Lie.
Your Majesty. Your Majesty. It is already midnight. Where would you find General Shiao at this hour? It would be better to wait until tomorrow.
Your Majesty, look what I have brought for you. I specifically sent my men to bring back these ginseng fruits. They are quite a rare find.
Your Majesty! Your Majesty!
Xiao Lie.
Qin Shuang, come out at once. Xiao Lie must have been hidden by you men of the Xiao army.
Who is making all this noise? Your Majesty.
Where is Qin Shuang? Have him come out here.
A few days ago, Lord Qin had already retired and returned home with his family.
Who the hell is disturbing my sleep? This humble citizen pays respects to your majesty.
Rise. I ask you, where is Xiao Lie?
If I remember correctly, Your Majesty has already dismissed General Xiao for investigation. The whereabouts of a criminal official should not trouble Your Majesty.
I asked you, where is Xiao Li?
Your Majesty, if even you don't know where he went, how would I, a mere subordinate, be expected to know?
Of everyone in the Xiao army, you are one of his most trusted brothers in arms. How could you not know where he is?
Your Majesty, have you forgotten? Last time, after some of us went to visit General Shiao, you issued an imperial decree forbidding anyone in the Xiao army from coming within a single step of him. And now you come to me asking for him. Is this not utterly ridiculous? My humble abode is crude and unfit for guests. I take my leave.
Your Majesty, this is the Prime Minister's residence. How could General Shiao possibly be here? Your Majesty, you've seen for yourself. General Shiao was truly not here.
Step aside.
Oh! Why are you back so late? Didn't we have an agreement? As long as Didn't my lord say that tonight? You would only let me serve you? Why did you bring an old woman with you?
You blind, wretched wench. How dare you before Her Majesty spout such nonsense? Are you tired of living?
Your Majesty! Your Majesty, have mercy!
Lord Qi, why don't you explain to me exactly what is going on here?
Your Majesty, your servant.
I have warned you. This is Xiao Li's room. Aside from me and the Dowager Lady Xiao, no other woman is permitted to set foot inside.
Your Majesty, actually.
Why did you choose to turn a deaf ear to my imperial command?
Your Highness! Your Highness! What are you looking for? You cannot just come and go as you please.
Brother Xiao Lie, if you won't let Shenger into your room, could it be that inside you are hiding another woman?
Wait, Shenger. Shenger. Stop rummaging through everything. If you do this, it will lead to scandalous gossip.
Who would dare to gossip? Shenger is the future mistress of the entire Prince Xiao's manor. The two of us have long since been bound by a marriage contract. If anyone dares to wag their tongue, just wait and see. If I don't rip their tongue out.
Very well.
Brother Xiao Lie, would you promise Shenger one thing?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
In this room of yours, aside from Lady Xiao and me, Shenger, no other woman is permitted to enter.
Xiao Li humbly obeys your imperial decree.
Your Majesty, it is all my fault for my lack of discipline. I should never have let such a servant enter the chamber. I beg Your Majesty to appease your wrath.
This lowly wench's behavior was wanton and loose. She has sullied the reputation of Prince Xiao's manor. Guards, drag her out and feed her to the dogs.
Your Majesty!
Take this lowly wench away at once.
Your Majesty, spare my life. Your Majesty! Your Majesty!
Lord Ji, is this the reason you kept stopping me and wouldn't let me enter?
I have been wronged, Your Majesty. At my age, a man is still full of vigor. Surely, you can understand me? I swear, my heart only belongs to Your Majesty.
Move out. And everything inside this room must be restored to the way it was.
Get out! Your Majesty, this is the Chancellor's manor. This is my home. Where would you have me move to?
This is Prince Xiao's manor. It was in the past, it is now, and it shall be in the future. This is a truth that nothing can change. Do you understand?
But Your Majesty, Xiao Lie, he has already left you.
Shut your mouth. Xiao Li would never leave me. I have a betrothal with him. This is a fact that no one can change. It cannot be changed. This object, where did you get it? This object, where did you get it?
Your Majesty, actually.
I am asking you, where did it come from?
When General Shiao returned to court for trial, he dropped it in the main hall.
He told me once, on the day he crushes the Northern Xiao court, he will bring the enemy's head to come and marry me. Could it be? Could I truly have been wrong?
Your Majesty, you are the Empress who reigns over all. Xiao Lie's achievements outshone your own. If you hadn't quelled his arrogance in time, he and his Zhao family army would have rebelled sooner or later.
He would not.
Your Majesty, if I may be so bold, let me remind you again. Xiao Lie is already gone. He will not return. It is time for you to move on.
He will surely return. He loves me so deeply. If I only soften my heart to him, he will surely return to my side. Restore everything in Prince Xiao's manner to exactly how it was before.
Your Majesty. Your Majesty.
Brother Xiao Lie, I am sorry. I was blinded by others and hurt you so terribly, but the only one I have ever loved, from beginning to end, was you. Where on earth are you? I don't. Shanger misses you so much. Of course. How could I have forgotten something so important? Old Madame Xiao is aged and frail. She cannot have traveled far. She must surely know where Xiao Lie is hiding. Quick, prepare the carriage. To the Dali Temple. I must see old Madame Xiao.
This.
What are you waiting for?
May I ask, Your Majesty, the old Madame Xiao you mentioned, to whom do you refer? Which one?
Xiao Lie's mother, of course. In the entire Great Qian. Besides her, who else could it be? She is worthy of a personal visit from me.
You are heading to the Court of Judicial Review now, but you will not be able to see the elder Madame Xiao.
What do you mean? Why are you hesitating? Speak up now.
The elder Madame Xiao is no longer in this world.
What did you say? So, the elder Madame Xiao had already passed away. No wonder Xiao Lie left so resolutely. He left without a single word of regret. Why was such a vital matter hidden from me? Had I known your mother had passed, no matter what, I would never have treated you that way.
Your Majesty, I have a memorial to present. This is bad. Your Majesty, Prime Minister Qi has fallen from his horse.
What? Take me to him at once.
Your Majesty,
I approve your memorial. Consider it compensation for my recent neglect of you. Hurry, hurry! Oh, Lord Qi!
Your Majesty. Your Majesty, you possess a body of supreme sanctity. How can you kneel before the mother of a disgraced official? This is absolutely unacceptable.
Why did it come to this? Madame Xiao, I am so sorry. I never intended for you to die. What on earth happened here?
Your Highness, this is the Xiao family heirloom. It is passed to daughters-in-law, never to sons. I remember. It was my mother-in-law who placed it in my hands. And now, I am passing it on to you. Once you wear it, you will be the matriarch of the Xiao family. I only hope your Highness does not find it too humble.
How could Shanger ever find it so?
As for Liar, though he is a year older than you, he has spent his life in the military camps. Having spent so much time with those rough soldiers, he doesn't know how to be tender. In the future, if he ever does anything to make you unhappy, your Highness, please do not take it to heart.
Lady Xiao, please don't worry. Brother Xiao Lie and I are very close. Brother Xiao Lie will never, in this life, make me unhappy. And I, in this life, will never let Brother Xiao Lie suffer any grievances. Lady Xiao, please don't worry. Brother Xiao Lie and I are very close. Brother Xiao Lie will never in this life make me unhappy. And I, in this life, will never let Brother Xiao Lie suffer any grievances.
Good. Since you say so, then I am relieved. By the way, this here is the wedding gown. I've been sewing for you lately. Though it may not be very exquisite, I have truly put my heart into it.
No. It is beautiful. Shanger likes it very much. When the day comes for my wedding with Brother Xiao Lie, I will surely wear this wedding gown.
I hope I am fortunate enough to live until that day.
Lady Xiao, you will surely live a long life.
Are you still calling me Lady Xiao?
Mother.
Good.
Brother Xiao Lie, could this be the reason? You left without saying goodbye? I really didn't know. I'm sorry.
Your Majesty, the deceased is gone. Please take care of your health.
How did Lady Xiao die?
I don't know.
Lady Xiao died in the court of judicature. You were also present at the time. And now you tell me you don't know? Jian, do you know the penalty for deceiving the Empress? I am asking you, how exactly did Lady Xiao die?
Lady Xiao. She committed suicide out of shame.
Nonsense.
Every word I say is the truth. If there is a single word of falsehood, I am willing to face the death penalty.
Why would Lady Xiao take her own life? It makes no sense.
Lady Xiao. She was accustomed to a life of luxury and honor. Then suddenly one day, she was imprisoned in the Dali temple. She couldn't bear such a fall from grace. And that is why.
If it is as you say, and Lady Xiao did commit suicide, then why does Xiao Lie try so relentlessly to take your life? If what you say is true, that Lady Xiao committed suicide, then why would Xiao Lie repeatedly try to take your life?
General Shiao is consumed by grief. The things he has done cannot be judged by reason. May your Majesty see the truth.
Your Majesty, we were also present at the scene. Every word Lord Qi said is the truth.
Indeed, Your Majesty. At that time, Xiao Lie would not listen to reason. He vented all his rage entirely upon Lord Qi. We were powerless to stop him.
If I ever find out that you were involved in this matter, I will have you torn asunder by 5 horses. Your Majesty, furthermore, I give you 3 days to find Xiao Lie's whereabouts and invite him back to the palace.
3 days?
Is there a problem?
No, not at all. Feng Chuan, I'll give you 3 days to find Xiao Lie
Yes, sir.
and bring me his head.
My lord, did Her Majesty not say to invite Xiao Lie back to the palace?
I said I want Xiao Lie's head brought back. Is that clear?
Understood. Understood. I understand perfectly.
Now, be gone.
Yes, sir.
Xiao Lie. You want to return to the palace? Maybe in your next life.
Sir, have you seen my child? Porridge. We're giving out porridge.
In just a few short days, what was once known as Yunyang County, the little Jiangnan of the frontier, has been reduced to this miserable state. Yunshang, do you see this? These are all your subjects.
The Lady Immortal is here to give porridge again.
Don't worry, everyone. One by one, please.
I want some. Give me some.
How could it be her?
I need it, please.
How could it be her?
Daring to break into our Bishan temple alone, to assassinate our commander, Xiao Lie must have sent you, no?
Your Highness, something terrible has happened. The granary is on fire.
You used trickery. Quick, put out the fire.
Brother!
Coming.
We've truly gained a lot today. We burned the Northern Owl Barbarians' granary to the ground.
Who would have thought that Yelu Hongyan's abilities were truly as rumored, not inferior to her brother, Yelu Hongkai. This woman will surely become a major obstacle to our conquest of Beishao. Let's go.
Thank you for your kindness. Porridge is served. Come and get it.
Porridge is served.
Everyone, don't rush. One by one.
Thank you.
Thank you for your kindness. kind soul.
Hey, why have you been staring at me?
I'm just curious. The dignified little princess of Beishao, how did you end up like this? Doing such menial work?
Aren't you the same? The prince, with equal status to the emperor, commander of the three armies, and known as the Great Qian's god of war, Prince Xiao. Look at you now, in such a state. No different from a beggar. Truly, the ways of the world are unpredictable.
Did you save all these refugees?
With my current abilities, this is the most I can do to keep them alive. That is all.
A princess of the Beishao royal court actually came to save the Great Qian refugees who were displaced by the war. Tell me, are you truly kind or just hypocritical? Are you truly kind or just hypocritical? Or have you, Princess Yelu, finally found your conscience? I am here to atone to these refugees.
My mother was a native of Yunnan County. She was kidnapped by my father years ago and made a concubine. In the eyes of Yellow Hongkai and his ilk, my blood is tainted. I am an outsider who must always be watched. And in your eyes, I am a northern Shao barbarian whom everyone seeks to kill. I forgot to remind you, those who slaughtered Yunnan County a few days ago were not the northern Shao army at all, but your own Dacian army.
What do you mean?
Not only that, apart from Yunnan County, including Huanglang Pass, Linyuan City, and Shifeng Ridge, the massacres in these places were all the handiwork of your Dacian army. So, Xiao Lie, tell me now, the one who must atone to these innocent people, who exactly is it? The one who must atone to these innocent people, who exactly is it?
Impossible. Impossible.
Don't forget, the one leading Daqian's expedition this time is Chancellor Qian. In the eyes of this chancellor, the so-called common people are nothing more than a pile of worthless carrion. After Yangsheng and the Xiao army he led were wiped out, Qian's army suffered defeat after defeat. While fleeing and abandoning cities, to give the empress an explanation, he killed civilians to claim military credit, even massacring his own people's cities. Then he shifted the blame and threw the dirt onto us, the northern Xiao army. With such a fine general in Daqian, your empire's fall is imminent. Mother, on your deathbed, you repeatedly urged me to never let the flames of war reach Yunnan County. Your daughter is incompetent. I failed to fulfill your dying wish. I hope in the world beyond, you will not blame me.
You? What are you doing?
This place used to be my mother's home. My grandparents, my uncles and aunts, they all lived here. Now, it is all gone. It truly is a tragedy. If it weren't for your Empress of Dagon being so fatuous and incompetent, issuing one after another the 18 golden plaques to recall you to the capital, by now, Dagon would have long since achieved the eternal legacy of a unified empire. The world would have been at peace. I'm afraid that by now, Dagon would have already achieved the eternal legacy of a unified empire. The world would have been at peace.
What unified empire? It was nothing but a fleeting pipe dream.
Is that why you've become so decadent, wallowing in self-despair? In my eyes, Xiao Lie is the faith of the Shao army, and the very military soul of Dagon. But it seems now, you're so unexpectedly fragile. I, Hong Yan, was also ostracized and cast out of Beishao, but I never thought of giving up. In the Central Plains, you have a saying, those on different paths cannot work together. Therefore, between the two of us, this is where we part ways. Char, let's go.
Here, this is for you.
Heavens! Overnight, his hair has turned completely white.
The nation is on the verge of ruin when one exhausts their heart and soul. What do a few white hairs matter anymore?
Take this.
It seems you have almost fully recovered.
A pity. My power is limited. I cannot save the whole world.
But your capabilities Go far beyond this.
Come.
Come everyone, come and receive supplies.
Come and get some rice. A waste token of the Imperial Guard. Could it be Yunshang? Fire! There's a fire outside. Fellow villager, what happened? Mr. Xiao, men in black, just stormed the camp. They slaughtered everyone, and set the place ablaze before leaving.
Noble brother, please, save my mother. She is still trapped inside. She hasn't come out yet. Mother!
What on earth is going on?
Mother! Mother!
Xiao Lie,
Don't be afraid.
I am going to save your mother.
Mother!
Don't worry. I will go with him to bring your mother out.
Mother! Mother!
Are you feeling better?
Mother!
Your Royal Highness, please, rest for a while.
Hurry, go and save them.
Yunshang, why must you be so ruthless?
Your Majesty, these are the memorials from the ministers regarding the response to the Northern Xiao and their renewed invasion.
Why? Why have there been so many?
Memorials lately? In the past, these memorials were always handled by General Shiao personally. But now that General Shiao is gone,
Pick them up. Pick them up. How long has it even been? Those Northern Xiao barbarians have already captured 16 cities and 16 passes. Countless people have been displaced. Those soldiers on the front line, are they all useless fools? Are the soldiers on the front line all incompetent fools?
I fear the army has lost its backbone and thus lost the will to fight.
Then what should I do now? My Great Qian Empire, how many more cities and troops are left to be trampled upon by those barbarians?
This concerns state affairs. Your servant dares not say more.
You have my leave to speak.
Your Majesty, the Northern Xiao have invaded again. Lord Qi took command of the campaign, but in less than 3 days, he was beaten by the enemy into a shameful retreat. Yet he has shown no intention of returning to the front line. In the century since Great Qian was founded, there has never been a precedent for a commander-in-chief to hide in the court instead of leading his men.
Summon Qian. I want to see for myself what this commander of the 3 armies, whom I personally appointed, is actually up to.
Your Majesty, Your Majesty, Your Majesty.
Qian, you are the Prime Minister and the Commander-in-Chief. How can you be in such a pathetic panic?
Your Majesty, it is because I have obtained momentous news that I wish to report at once. Please forgive my intrusion. I beg Your Majesty.
Speak your mind.
Your servant has discovered Xiao Lie's hiding place.
What did you say?
This is a matter of great consequence. I would not dare speak falsely.
Where is he?
In Xichao Village, Yungyang County.
Xichao Village. To Xichao Village.
Your Majesty, I have one more thing to report.
Head to Xichao Village.
Your Majesty, I have one more matter to report. Xiao Lie has killed all the men. I sent to find him.
That's impossible. Xiao Lie, he would never do such a thing.
Your Majesty, at a time like this, Do you still trust him? I stake my life on this. The Imperial guards I sent to escort him back were all slaughtered by him. If there is a single word of falsehood, I shall gladly accept the death penalty.
Xiao Lie, are you truly this cold-blooded and ruthless? Do you have no regard for my dignity anymore?
Your Majesty, Xiao Lie's actions are tantamount to open rebellion. If he is not executed, Qian will never know a day of peace.
Issue an edict. Dispatch 10,000 Imperial guards to Yunyang County. Seal off every mountain pass and checkpoint. Xiao Lie, I shall see for myself what exactly you are up to.
As you command, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty! Your Majesty, Brother Xiao is a man of loyalty and courage. He would never commit such a despicable act as harming his own comrades. There must be a misunderstanding.
Are you trying to tell me how to rule again?
This servant would not dare.
I wouldn't dare. You seem desperate to interfere in every matter regarding Xiao Lie. If I hadn't watched you grow up alongside me, those words you spoke today alone would have cost you your life 10 times over.
Yes, this servant begs for forgiveness.
Since you admit your fault, go to the clan court, receive your punishment, and reflect on your actions.
This servant accepts the punishment.
In these chaotic times, human life, it is truly fragile and weak.
I am sorry. It was I who brought this upon them.
Rise. Through all of this, I have finally come to realize, whether it is the Northern Xiao or the Great Qian, one side must unify the world. Otherwise, even more innocent people will suffer from the chaos of this war.
Princess, this is bad, Your Highness.
Why are you in such a panic?
From out of nowhere, a horde of soldiers has arrived. They have blocked all the main passages. Now, not even a fly can get in or out.
Her Majesty the Empress arrives.
Brother Xiao Lie. Brother Xiao Lie. No wonder General Shiao was so heartless, even going so far as to kill the many people I sent. It turns out you had already found yourself a new lover. My years of waiting and my vows have all been given to the wrong man.
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? I was worried sick about your safety. For 3 whole days, I have barely closed my eyes. I even sent men everywhere to find you. But what about you? You were here with this woman, having a secret tryst in the rain. Xiao Lie is playing with my feelings. That's satisfying to you? My sleepless nights were spent just to let you 2 adulterers humiliate me in front of everyone. Is that it?
Looking for me? Or were you hunting me down? Even if you want me dead, you should have come for me. Xiao Lie, alone. Why did you send troops? To set fires and slaughter the refugees? They were all your subjects. They were innocent. Do you have any idea what you've done?
Slaughtering the refugees. They are.
This is all the sin of your own making.
Your Majesty, this criminal is making false countercharges. It was clearly you who invited him to the palace, but now he actually has the audacity, in front of everyone, to distort the truth and frame you. Look at them, these so-called refugees. He must have hired them as actors, to mock you, Your Majesty.
Xiao Lie, what else do you have to say for yourself? Xiao Lie, what else do you have to say?
Empress of Great Qian, a mere sycophant and villain, can toy with you like a puppet. How can you still have the face to be the ruler of a nation?
Silence! Who do you think you are? How dare you, in my presence, wag your tongue and incite trouble? Must I see it with my own eyes? You adulterous couple, in broad daylight, committing such illicit acts, only then will you admit it. Xiao Lie, I am truly disappointed in you. I was even willing to set aside my dignity as a ruler to come to your door and apologize. But what about you? Time and time again, you have humiliated me in public. Now that things have come to this, what else can you possibly say?
This commoner has nothing to say.
Of course you have nothing to say. A fickle and unfaithful man like you, who acts one way to my face and another behind my back, is despicable. You only make me feel disgusted. Regarding your mother, Lady Xiao, I have learned the full truth. She took her own life. No one else is to blame. What's more, the very day I heard of this, I personally granted her the posthumous title of Lady of the First Rank. What an immense honor this is. In all these hundreds of years, look across the entire Dacian Empire. Those who have received such distinction can be counted on one hand. Xiao Lie, I have treated you so well, far more than you deserve. Why must you do this? And break my heart?
I thank your majesty for your grace.
You! How dare you still defy me? Guards, take this traitor who deceived the throne, and execute this dishonorable scoundrel.
By your command.
Guards, take this traitor who deceived the throne, and execute this dishonorable scoundrel.
I dare anyone to try.
What are you waiting for? Take this wench's head too, and behead them both together. Xiao Lie, and you still claim you have no ties to her?
Your Majesty, look.
A token of the Northern Xiao court, the Golden Eagle Dagger. You are from the Yellow Clan! Well done, Xiao Lie. Explain this to me. Why is there a woman of the Yellow Clan by your side? It's not as if you didn't know that they are mortal enemies of Dacian, whom everyone has a duty to kill. I originally thought you were merely blinded by her beauty. Who would have guessed that you had become so depraved, to such a shocking extent, to commit adultery with a yellow woman, right under my very nose? It is truly vile, the height of shamelessness. Lord Qi was indeed correct about you. You, Xiao Lie, beneath your mask of loyalty and righteousness, you hide a heart of monstrous and treacherous ambition. Xiao Lie, beneath your mask of loyalty and righteousness, you hide a heart of monstrous and treacherous ambition. Attendants, this is what the late Emperor, before his passing, left for me his final testament written in blood. He commanded me to ensure the well-being of your Xiao clan, and to fulfill the marriage engagement with you. He also wanted me to remember at all times the two characters within our names. Lai Shang. Back then, the Holy Ancestor Emperor was captured by those Beixiao barbarians. In front of all the officials and the people of the capital, he was stripped naked by those savages. It is known as the shame of Lai Shang. And yet now, you collude with the Beixiao barbarians. You have betrayed your heritage and ancestors. How can you face the late Emperor? How can you face the Holy Ancestor? If there comes a day when you descend to the Yellow Springs, with what face will you, Xiao Lie, stand before the ancestors of your Xiao family?
I, Xiao Lie, have lived with absolute integrity. I can face the heavens above and the earth below. I can face the Holy Ancestor and the late Emperor. I can face you, Your Majesty Yunshang, and more importantly, I can face the ancestors of my Xiao family.
Madness! I see you have truly lost your mind. How can there be such a person in this world, who distorts the truth, and betrays his ancestors with such shamelessness?
Distorting the truth, betraying the ancestors. I never expected that one day such words would be directed at me. Xiao Lie.
Do you confess, or do you not?
My conscience is clear.
A clear conscience? For the sake of a woman from the enemy camp, you actually have the audacity to say such a thing? Xiao Lie, I can give you one last chance. If you kill her now, and beg for my forgiveness, perhaps, I may let you hold the commander's seal again. Once you have pacified the Northern Owl, I will keep my promise, and marry you.
There is no need for that. Xiao Lie is now a mere commoner, unfit to hold military power, and even less fit to marry your majesty, the Empress.
It seems to me that you only care about your own personal gains and losses. Do you want all the people of Dacian to be buried with you? Xiao Lie, considering your past, Contributions. As long as you hand over the military power, I shall spare your life. Xiao Lie, how much further do you want? To push me?
This place is remote, and the conditions are harsh. Your Majesty is the sovereign of the nation. It is not advisable to stay long. Please return.
Are you issuing an eviction order to me? Xiao Lie, I will give you one last chance. If you retract what you just said, kill her, and return with me. I will pretend I heard nothing.
I speak from the heart, and there is no chance of me retracting it. I beg your Majesty to grant my wish.
Very well. Very well. Do you really think I cannot function without you? Just watch. Without you, Xiao Lie, I can still pacify the chaos of the Northern Owl. By then, you had better not cry and beg me. By then, you had better not cry and beg me.
Then I shall congratulate your Majesty in advance on restoring the old mountains and rivers to accomplish such an unprecedented, eternal legacy. A monumental feat for the ages. If heaven shows mercy and lets me witness the day the world is unified, I shall prepare 30 carts of the finest spirits, traveling from the north to the south, to pay my respects to our ancestors and fallen heroes, and with them, celebrate this grand triumph.
Then keep your eyes wide open, and just watch.
Your Majesty, are you just letting him leave like this? It is no different from letting a tiger return to the mountains. Look, Xiao Lie is currently consorting with that Beiqiao barbarian. They are getting suspiciously close. If the day ever comes that he fully defects to Beiqiao, our great Dagon will be doomed.
In the Prime Minister's view, how should this be handled?
Your Majesty needs only to kill him.
Since you are so eager to sever all ties with me, then I shall no longer insist. However, there are a few things that still weigh on my mind.
Please speak, your Majesty.
After today's parting, what if you defect to Xiao? What then?
Xiao Lie was born in Dagon and raised in Dagon. I would never commit such a despicable act of betrayal.
Those are just empty words. How can I possibly trust you?
As your Majesty commands, what should this commoner do?
Only the dead pose no threat to my great Dagon. Only the dead pose no threat to my great Dagon.
Empress of Dagon, you're going way too far. Xiao Lie has risked his life for Dagon for all these years. It's bad enough he gained nothing in return, but this is too much. How dare you harbor such persistent, murderous intent toward him? With an emperor like you ruling Daqian, its fate is truly sealed.
You, Beiqiao barbarian, what right do you have to clamor before me? My Imperial guards have surrounded Xiqiao village so tightly that not even a drop of water can escape. Even if Yalu Hongkai himself were to come here in person, he would be entirely at my mercy. If I wanted to kill you, it would be as simple as snapping my fingers. You can barely save your own skin right now, yet you dare to plead for this criminal. How utterly laughable.
Yunshang, this is between you and me. Don't involve the innocent. If you truly believe I would rebel, then kill me, as you please. I will have no regrets.
So that's how it is. For the sake of such an insignificant woman, you would rather die than return with me?
The bond between us is severed. Everything that needs to be said has been said. Please leave.
Be decisive when the time calls for it, lest you suffer the consequences of hesitation, Your Majesty. This is a golden opportunity. A perfect chance to kill two birds with one stone. If we miss this, in this entire lifetime, we may never encounter such a chance again. Kill them both, and secure your throne.
Kill. Kill.
Why are you all just standing there in a daze? Kill those two. Dare you defy Her Majesty's Imperial decree? Are you trying to commit treason?
You must not do this, Your Majesty. General Shiao has served the court with great merit and has dedicated his life to the Empire. If Your Majesty truly executes him, once word gets out, the entire Daqian Empire will surely fall into turmoil. I beg Your Majesty to show mercy and spare General Xiao's life.
We implore your majesty to show mercy and spare General Xiao's life.
Have you all lost your minds? To actually speak for this criminal, and this northern Xiao barbarian? How much has Xiao Lie bribed you, that you would dare to ignore Her Majesty's direct orders? You've turned a completely deaf ear.
A report. Reporting to your majesty. According to reports from the front, Yalu Hongkai, the king of northern Xiao, is personally leading his troops and is fast approaching. In less than an hour, they will be upon us.
Who leaked the news?
This humble servant does not know.
Silence, everyone. They are but a mere band of northern Xiao barbarians. How can they possibly frighten you to such a degree? Lest you forget, we have tens of thousands of Imperial guards stationed outside. Even if Yalu Hongkai leads the charge himself, he will gain no advantage from me.
Your Majesty is absolutely right. With you here, Yalu Honkai's arrival is nothing but courting his own death. With you here, Yalu Honkai's arrival is nothing but courting his own death.
How many men did he bring?
In reply to your majesty, fewer than 2,000.
Fewer than 2,000? Useless fool. To be terrified by a mere 2,000 northern Xiao troops. You are a spineless coward. You have utterly disgraced me.
Your majesty, in the northern Xiao army, every single soldier is worth 10 of our own. They cannot be judged by common logic.
No matter how formidable they may be. Do they possess 2 lives?
But
Enough! This time, consider this my Imperial expedition. I want to see for myself that Northern Owl army, which makes you all turn pale at their very mention. I shall see if they truly are superhuman. What your Xiao army is capable of achieving, I can achieve just the same. Without you, Xiao Lie, it matters not to me, in the slightest. Just you watch. I shall first slay Yalu Hongkai, and then return to punish you for your crimes.
your majesty,
It seems you still cannot let go of me. Or rather, the title and military power. What? Regretting it now.
your majesty, why is Xiao Lingdang not here? How has she been lately?
You actually care so much about a mere maid?
Xiao Lingdang grew up with us since we were children. In my heart, she has never been just a servant.
No wonder the people of Daqian revere you as the Zui star descended from heaven. With this sanctimonious and hypocritical act of yours, you are truly revolting.
Your majesty, Xiao Lingdang lost her parents at a young age. She is most pitiable. If she has done anything to displease your majesty, I hope your majesty, for the sake of her years of dedicated service, will show her mercy. Xiao Lie thanks you on her behalf.
You? You are simply beyond saving.
I have one last thing to say.
Speak if you must, but I may not choose to listen.
Your majesty, over the past 5 years, I have clashed with the Northern Owl Army many times. In terms of overall strength, the Northern Owl Army, as well as individual combat prowess, they are beyond what ordinary soldiers can match. Though your majesty's Yulin army is formidable, but facing them, it will be difficult to prevail. I, your servant, urge your majesty, do not take this risk.
After leading armies for years, your former edge and courage have finally been worn away. That high-spirited and brilliant young general of the past has truly ceased to exist. A mere 2,000 Northern Owl troops have scared you out of your wits. It seems that my decision to strip you of your command and dismiss you from office back then was indeed the right choice.
Xiao Lie has said his piece. I hope your majesty takes care.
Do you think she will heed your warning?
I hope so.
After the way the Empress treated you, you still...
I did not do it for her. I simply cannot watch 10,000 soldiers march to their certain deaths. Every one of them has a family waiting back home. They are innocent. They should not become sacrificial lambs.
You and the Central Plains have a saying, the benevolent are unparalleled. I never understood what that meant before. But today, I think I do. To lose a general as uniquely benevolent as you is a loss for all of Daqian. I hope that when the Empress finally realizes her error, it is not too late.
I am grateful for your care during this time.
What do you mean? Are you leaving?
Yunshang already knows I am here. I do not wish to draw too much attention, nor do I want them. You were implicated because of me.
Understood. Take care of yourself.
Farewell.
Your Majesty, this is the capital. Our men are everywhere, inside and out. Those base Xiao barbarians won't be chasing us any further.
The Yulin guards I took with me How many are left?
This.
Tell me, how many of you are left?
Your Majesty,
Speak!
only a few of us brothers remain. Everyone else, all perished at the hands of the Beixiao barbarians.
Why? 10,000 against 2,000. And in the end, all that remains is just the few of you? Why? This is impossible. This makes no sense.
Your Majesty, the troops led by Yelu Hongkai, those 2,000 Beixiao soldiers, are all highly disciplined elites. We were no match for them. We have failed Your Majesty's great expectations.
Can it be that my Yulin guards, in the face of those Beixiao barbarians, are truly so vulnerable?
Your Majesty, over the past 5 years, I have faced the Beixiao army many times. Whether in terms of collective strength or individual combat prowess, they are not something ordinary soldiers can compare to. Your Majesty's Yulin guards, though powerful, still find it, facing them, difficult to prevail. Your servant implores Your Majesty not to take such risks.
Could it be that I was truly wrong?
Your Majesty, Xiao Lie is to blame for all of this. If it weren't for him, provoking you with his taunts, how would you have ended up facing those uncivilized Beixiao barbarians? Engaging them head on. I believe.
Silence.
If not for him, provoking you with his psychological tactics, how would you have ended up against those uncivilized Beixiao barbarians, facing them head on? I believe.
Silence. Even if you hadn't engaged Yelu Hongkai directly in battle, how is it that before the war, you failed to know yourself and your enemy? Had you offered me even a single word of warning, I would never have sent my Imperial guards to their deaths for nothing.
I have been wronged, Your Majesty. The troops Yelu Hongkai led against the ones I faced on the battlefield were worlds apart. No matter how bold I might be, I would never dare deceive Your Majesty.
Which is to say, had you encountered Yelu Hongkai's main army before, you would have lost even more miserably, and even faster. Is that right? Enough of your eye. Judging by the speed the Beixiao barbarians are taking our cities, within 5 days, they will be at the city gates, surrounding us completely. By then, I will truly become the ruler of a fallen nation.
That won't happen, Your Majesty. There must be a hidden reason why our army is suffering defeat after defeat.
I would very much like to hear what that reason is. Everyone, leave us.
Yes, Your Majesty.
You may speak now.
Your Majesty, the blame for all of this, when all is said and done, lies solely with Xiao Lie.
Absurd! Ever since I summoned him to the palace, I stripped him of his military command and removed him from office. During this time, he has not been involved in any state affairs, nor in any military strategic deployments. This false accusation, how dare you pin it on him?
Your Majesty, please do not forget, within our Great Qian army, there is a unit known as the Xiao Family Army. In recent years, rumors have circulated in the court, stating that to expand, his own northern Xiao army, Xiao Lie, has nearly drained the court of all its resources. He has even embezzled the rations and pay of other troops, withholding more than half of their supplies. As a result, his Xiao Family Army, whether in terms of military scale or combat quality, far surpasses all other armies. When I first heard these rumors, I dismissed them as mere jokes. But looking at it now, they were clearly not without foundation. Not only that, the entire Xiao Family Army, from top to bottom, is filled with insufferable arrogance. It was precisely because Yang Chen disobeyed military orders and rashly underestimated the enemy that our forces suffered such a crushing defeat.
Preposterous! Xiao Lie, you have actually deceived me for all these years.
Your Majesty, Xiao Lie keeps claiming he wants to retire, but every single thing he does is part of a treacherous plot. Even though the Xiao Family Army generals have been stripped of their ranks and demoted, Xiao Lie's absolute command over them still remains. The moment Xiao Lie raises the flag of rebellion, the Xiao Family Army troops that he personally trained will surely follow him in revolt.
Then, in the Chancellor's opinion, what should be done?
The only strategy for now is this. We must dismantle and disperse them. Break up the entire Xiao Family Army, sending half. Send them packing and discharge them. As for the other half, They will be reassigned to various regiments. By then, their ties will be severed, and they will no longer be able to act in unison. In this way, it not only bolsters the strength of other divisions, but also helps your majesty eliminate a major threat. It would truly be killing two birds with one stone.
But if we do that, I will not only lose, for no reason, half of the Xiao army, with only the remaining troops. They will be too weak to be effective.
Your majesty, look at the situation we're in. Are you still worried about that? If that traitor Xiao Lie intends to rally his old troops and lead a rebellion, it will be too late for regrets.
But,
Your majesty, no matter how formidable Yelu Hongkai may seem, he is still just a Beixiao barbarian. His level of threat doesn't even compare to half of Xiao Lie's. If, while our empire is at war with Beixiao, that traitor Xiao Lie finds an opening to strike, the consequences would be catastrophic.
Sister Hongyan, you certainly haven't made it easy for me to find you. Instead of enjoying your life as a Beixiao princess, you insist on coming to this godforsaken, remote backwater. I've heard that you have been providing relief to these Great Qian refugees. You are simply disgracing the Beixiao royal family.
What I do is my own business. It has nothing to do with you.
I told you long ago, as long as you agree to marry the Tubo prince, I will immediately restore the military command I took from you. It's as simple as that. Why do you still refuse to give your consent?
I will tell you one more time. I refuse to marry him.
You
Step aside, please. I have work to do.
doing what? Continuing to distribute porridge to those refugees?
Yes.
How unfortunate for them. They won't be drinking your porridge anymore.
What do you mean by that?
I have killed every last one of them. Yelu Hongkai,
This is the price of defying my commands. I will give you 3 days. In 3 days, I will send someone to bring you back to Beixiao.
Father!
My lord! My lord! My lord! Please stop burying them. My lord! Too many have died. You cannot possibly bury them all. Let me see your hand. Let me see them.
Is human life in these times of chaos truly worth even less than the grass under our feet? This war must not go on, no matter who wins or who loses. In the end, it is the common people who suffer most. Xiao, I do not wish to return to Beixiao.
If the princess doesn't want to go back, then we simply won't.
Won't you ask where I want to go?
No matter where the princess goes, Tower will stay by your side.
With the Empress of Qian being so fatuous, I truly don't know why you would still serve her.
My loyalty lies with Xiao. As for you Beixiao barbarians, anyone has the right to slay you.
Survive this day first, before you spout such nonsense.
Damn you.
You!
Brothers, look who's here.
A life for my brother's life?
General. General. General.
Are you alright? General? Weren't you all stripped of your ranks? Why have you all gathered here again? Ever since the Empress was defeated and the 10,000 Imperial guards were completely annihilated, she has been acting as if she were possessed. She once again began to purge our brothers of the Xiao army. What's more, this time,
A full half of the Xiao army was disbanded by that woman. The rest were scattered and broken up, reassigned to other military units.
I truly don't know what that woman was thinking. An army of over 100,000. and she just casts them aside like that. General, no matter how much wealth and power you build up for her, she will squander it all.
We simply cannot bear to retire and return to our fields in such a dire situation. Therefore, we have organized a guerrilla force. While fighting against the Beishao invaders, we are also trying to rally those disbanded brothers of the Xiao army. Therefore, we have organized a guerrilla force. While fighting against the Beishao invaders, we are also trying to rally our brothers of the Xiao army. It was our only choice.
This Yunshang, she keeps scoundrels close and keeps wise officials at a distance. She deserves to have her empire fall. It is just that we cannot bear to see the people of Great Qian fall once again under the iron hooves of foreign invaders.
General, we beg you to return.
Reorganize your former troops and quell this chaos.
General, we beg you to return.
Reorganize your former troops and quell this chaos. Report. Since last night, the Beishao army has taken 4 more cities in succession. They are now closing in on Shengjing, king of Beishao, Yelu Hongkai. He even vowed to annihilate Daqun.
Qian, didn't you say that by breaking the Xiao army into smaller units and integrating them into different divisions, it would improve the entire Daqian Empire's overall military combat effectiveness?
Your Majesty, this, I also do not know how this could have happened.
You don't know? You don't know? The Beishao army is about to storm the capital, Shengjing. My Imperial robes will soon be stripped off by those barbarians. Do you think a simple, I don't know, is enough to brush this aside? My dear ministers, do any of you have a strategy to help me repel the enemy? A bunch of useless fools. Soldiers are maintained for years for a moment like this. Now that the nation is in crisis, every single one of you is hiding like a coward in his shell. How did I end up raising such a group of shameless, cowardly, and incompetent men?
Your Majesty, it is not that our dynasty lacks capable generals. It is just that they were all driven away by you, one by one.
7th Prince, what do you mean by that?
Xiao Lie, the most brilliant general of our dynasty, was forced by your relentless pressure to retire to a life of seclusion, and those who interceded on his behalf were all the essential backbone ministers of our court. But in the end, their fates were each more tragic than the last. In such an environment, who would dare to accept the commander's seal? And who would dare to take on such a heavy responsibility?
Is the 7th Prince suggesting that I was wrong?
I would not dare. I am merely reminding your Majesty that there are treacherous sycophants at work around you.
Treacherous sycophants? As for what the 7th Prince said, is it about Qian?
Your Majesty is truly wise. This traitor is a despicable man who has been lining his own pockets. He beguiled your Majesty, not only plotting to harm General Xiao Lie and oust him from the court, but also causing our army to suffer heavy casualties. If he is not eliminated, there will be no end of trouble.
Your Majesty, Yunshang is spreading lies to delude the public. Please, do not believe his nonsense. If I am not mistaken, he must still be in league with that traitor, Xiao Lie. They have never severed their ties. He is taking advantage of this chaos, trying to get rid of me by your hand, so that he may seize your empire and the throne.
You little brat. I knew you would bite back. Your Majesty, since the day the 18 golden plaques were sent to recall General Shiao, I have been secretly investigating Qian for evidence of his framing the loyal. As of now, I have gathered a great deal. Would your Majesty care to see? Would your Majesty care to see?
Your Majesty, this old man has gone mad. You must not believe him.
Whatever evidence you have, 7th Prince, present it at once.
As you command, everyone, come in!
Who are you all?
Your Majesty, we were also present at the scene. Every word Lord Qi says is the truth.
It's true, Your Majesty. Back then, Xiao Lie, without a word of explanation, vented all of his rage upon Lord Qi. We couldn't even stop him.
I remember you. You were the ones who testified for Qian, claiming that Lady Xiao had committed suicide.
Your Majesty, Lady Yao, she was beaten to death by Lord Qi.
What did you say? What did you say?
Your Majesty, The two of us never intended to deceive your majesty. We were only acting under threats from Lord Qi. I beg your majesty for mercy. Please spare our lives.
Do you realize the consequences of deceiving your sovereign? Madame Xiao's death. What truly happened?
Tell me the whole truth. Lord Qi used torture to extract a confession, forcing her to provide evidence of General Xiao's rebellion. How could a mother possibly frame her own son? Poor Madame Xiao was beaten to death just like that.
Qian.
Your Majesty, please do not listen to the nonsense of these two men. They must have been bribed by Yunshang and Xiao Lie to deliberately frame me.
If what my brother and I have just said contains even a shred of a lie, we are willing to be torn apart by 5 forces.
Your Majesty, you must not believe them. You old wretch, just how much did Xiao Lie pay you, in benefits, to make you try and bring me down? At any cost?
Still refusing to admit your guilt? Your Majesty, this is a joint petition from the generals of the Dacian army. Previously, Qian held leverage over them. Through coercion and bribery, they were forced to slander General Shiao and the Xiao family army. Fortunately, as men of the military, with this great war imminent, they refuse to be cowards any longer. They have entrusted me to file this joint complaint for the purpose of exposing the crimes of the treacherous Chancellor Qian.
Qian. How you have deceived me. Qian. How you have deceived me.
Your Majesty, please, let me explain.
What more is there to explain? The evidence of your crimes is laid out here before you, all fully documented. Framing Xiao Lie, dividing the Xiao family army, causing the deaths of Yang Cheng and Lady Xiao, secretly ceding land to Bec Xiao, and slaughtering our own people in their cities, and taking advantage of the chaos of war. You killed innocents to claim merit. Qian, oh Qian, you actually dared to point at me after all these atrocities you've committed.
Your Majesty, you must believe me.
Brother Xiao Lie, Chang'e was wrong. No wonder your hair turned white overnight. Chang'e has failed you. You wretched creature.
Your Majesty, what are you doing?
If it weren't for your malicious instigation between Brother Xiao Lie and me, we would never have drifted apart. My Great Qian Empire and my innocent people would never have fallen into this sorry state today. Today, I shall execute you, beast.
Kill him? You think it was I who sowed discord between you two? Have you never stopped to think? From the very beginning, you were already suspicious of Xiao Lie. If you think a few words from me, in your ear, were enough to make you issue 18 gold tablets to recall him, then that is something not even a 3-year-old would believe. Don't forget, from when Xiao Lie returned to court, to when you forced him to hand over his military power and seal, and then, before everyone's eyes, he endured the shame of ripped clothes. At the Dali Temple, you drained his blood without mercy. He was already gravely wounded, yet he was still forced to vacate Prince Xiao's mansion. Every single one of these atrocities was your doing, Empress Yunshang, not mine.
Silence!
What? You remember it all now? Still refuse to admit the truth? Since we've come this far, let me help you jog your memory. When Xiao Lie first returned to the capital, you threw him into the Dali Temple. I knew you would go to see him, so I stayed one step ahead, and went there first. I deliberately said many provocative things to him, to goad him into striking. You know what happened after that? My goal was achieved. You directed all of your fury, entirely upon Xiao Lie. Xiao Lie was truly pitiful. He fought so hard for you, waging wars for the Dacian royals for over a decade. Yet, there was no welcome banquet upon his return. Instead, he was tortured into that miserable state. The Imperial physician, Zhao Wuxi, was also bribed by me, with just a single sentence. He convinced you, despite his severe injuries, to drain his blood. 8 whole bowls. You are truly pathetically foolish. And the Xiao family's ancestral hall, the tablets of his ancestors. I was the one who sent men to burn them. And furthermore...
Enough. Stop it.
What? Can't bear to hear it anymore? I've only revealed half the truth. You claim to love Xiao Lie with every breath, yet every single thing you did was like a dagger, plunged straight into his heart. Is this the love you speak of, Empress? What a pathetic joke.
I will kill you.
Yeah.
General, Yellow Hongkai's Northern Xiao army has already breached the capital. Shengjing, They are heading straight for the palace.
In a mere month, those barbarians have taken Shengjing. Those generals at the front, what a bunch of useless fools. General, during this time, we have rallied the former soldiers of the Xiao army. 90% of them have returned to our banner. A full 100,000 men. What is our plan? To reclaim our lost land. Inch by inch. Pass my command. All Xiao army generals, follow me into the city. Against those northern Xiao barbarians, we fight to the death. Yes, General. Yeah.
I will kill you.
Kill. Killing me won't change anything. Xiao Lie will never forgive you again. And he certainly won't clean up this mess for you. If at that time, you hadn't issued those 18 gold medals to recall him to the capital, the northern Xiao royals, likely by now, would have been wiped out by him. And you, Yunshang, would have achieved your eternal legacy of a unified empire. What a pity, you squandered it all away. What a pity, you squandered it all away. The northern Xiao army has likely reached Shengjing by now, knowing that they will strip you bare and parade you through the streets. And that's just the appetizer. Given your beauty, you are destined to become a plaything for every man in the Yellow City. Tell me, once the Yellows are bored of her, do you think they'll send her to the military camps as a military prostitute? That would be wretched. In a single day, she'd have to serve at least 100 northern owl barbarians. I wonder if our Empress's frail body could even handle it.
Impudent! How dare you, in front of all the officials, profane the Emperor of Great Qian?
Move aside. Look at what time it is. Are you still speaking up for this incompetent and fatuous ruler? Look at these colleagues of yours. Each one is acting as if it's none of their business, just watching the show. Don't forget how the sixth prince died. This is the price of being loyal to her.
You.
Report. Report, Your Majesty. An urgent report. Yelu Hongkai has led the Northern Owl Army to breach the gates of Shengjing. They are now charging straight for the palace.
This is
too fast. The Shengjing garrison. How could they be so pathetic and vulnerable?
We must flee for our lives.
Flee?
Of course. Pack your things and run. Do you really want to be buried alive alongside this fatuous ruler?
Don't leave. Come back. All of you, come back.
Don't go. Don't go. Don't go.
This, Yunshang, your day of reckoning is here.
Your Majesty, this.
They're gone. They're all gone. Brother Xiao Lie. Shanga regrets it so much. I regret not listening to you and destroying the Great Qian Empire.
The inner courts of Great Qian's palace are indeed quite magnificent. Empress of Great Qian, we finally meet. Empress of Great Qian, we finally meet.
You are finally here. Your humble servant greets the Great Khan.
Rise.
You despicable beast. How dare you collude with the Northern Owl barbarians?
Qian, so you all have been in league this whole time.
Realizing it now is a bit too late, don't you think? Back when I passed the Imperial examination, the Great Khan already favored me. He kept me by your side for two reasons. First, to gather intelligence from within Dagon. Second, to suppress Xiao Lie and his Xiao army. I originally thought this was an impossible mission. After all, what kind of emperor would rather abandon the chance for unification, just to sever their own right hand? I never expected that things would go so smoothly. In this world, to think there is a Yunshang, an emperor so utterly foolish. To think there is a Yunshang, an emperor so utterly foolish.
You traitor! Have you no shame?
Come to think of it, I really ought to properly give my thanks to Your Majesty, Yunshang.
Men, seize his Sky-Piercer halberd. Strip him of his blood kite armor. Put him in stocks and shackles. Send him to the Court of Judicial Review for trial.
Perfect. After fighting for so long, this king is also weary. I'm looking for a place to get a good night's rest. I think your golden throne room is quite suitable. Tian. Speaking of which, women. I have sampled countless in my time, but I truly don't know what the flavor of an empress is like.
You beast!
Your Majesty, regarding this, you may rest easy. This Empress of Dagon, whether in terms of figure or beauty, she is a prize beyond compare. I'll make sure you won't be able to leave your bed for 3 days and nights.
Oh, Is that so? Then I, this king, shall have to experience it for myself. Then I, this king, shall have to give it a proper try. Empress Yunshang, you truly are a woman of great courage. Vermin like him, who betray their masters for glory, I have long wanted to kill him. That he died by your hand today can be considered my introductory gift to you. Do you like it?
Your Majesty, the Xiao Barbarian, for disturbing the Emperor of Great Qian, what punishment do you deserve?
Seventh uncle.
Old man, you certainly have some nerve.
Step no further. Blades have no eyes. I shall make you a ghost beneath my sword.
Seventh uncle.
Your Majesty, do not fear. As long as I am here, I will not let him lay a single finger on you.
For the sake of your loyalty, get out now. I might just spare your life.
Bah, you Xiao Barbarian, stop putting on such airs before me. If you wish to harm Her Majesty.
Seventh uncle. Seventh uncle. Seventh uncle. I was wrong, seventh uncle. I was wrong.
Since you are in such a hurry to meet your end, then I, this king, shall grant your wish. Empress of Great Qian, do you have any final words? For the very last time, are you enjoying the feeling of sitting upon that dragon throne? How ironic.
Great Qian, which endured for centuries, has finally been destroyed by my own hands. I no longer have the face to meet my ancestors in the afterlife. You didn't expect this, did you? By triggering the mechanism on the throne's armrest, the entire Golden Throne Hall can be set ablaze. In but a moment, this entire hall, everything will be engulfed in flames. This is a secret that only the successive emperors of Qian have known. It was designed so that, if the city were ever to fall, everything would perish together. Never again shall there be the shame of the holy ancestors' torn clothes. I just never expected that one day, I would be the one to use it. They shall barbarians. I shall await you in the underworld. They shall barbarians. I shall await you in the underworld.
You bitch. I'll kill you. Stop.
Xiao Lie, Brother Xiao Lie.
Yunshang?
Brother Xiao Lie, don't come any closer. Brother Xiao Lie, in this life, you and I were not meant to be. In the next life, let us start anew. Yunshang, Qian, I leave it in your hands.
No.
Your Majesty, please don't leave Xiao Lingdang behind. Your Majesty.
Xiao Lingdang, Xiao Lingdang, why are you here?
Your Majesty, you saved Xiao Lingdang when I was a child. I grew up by your side. If it weren't for you, Xiao Lingdang would have died long ago. Now that the nation has fallen, and our home is destroyed, Xiao Lingdang will not be a captive, nor will I live a life of disgrace. Your Majesty, what are you doing?
No.
Xiao Lingdang will stay with you. I am sorry. I am so sorry. It was my fault. I have failed you. I have failed Brother Xiao Lie. I have failed my ancestors, and even more so, the entire Qian. I was wrong.
No. No. Generals of the Xiao Army, move out!